How's it going, everyone? Matt here from the Discovering Asia YouTube channel. And today I want to look into a few teaching jobs over in Asia, especially Taiwan, and what qualifications a person would need to get such a job and start making money in a country where the sunshine is out for a little bit longer than, for example, countries such as my own back in England. Now, this is just going to focus predominantly on what you need to get certain jobs and what salary it could potentially give. We're not going to go too deep into the different schools, the different opportunities available and different salaries available. That will be for a different video. So to start with, I'm going to head across to taiwanjobs.tw. Taiwanjobs.tw is a free job site specifically for jobs, not just teaching jobs, specifically for jobs in Taiwan and the Asia region. It includes teaching jobs, non-teaching jobs, opportunities based predominantly in Taipei, capital of Taiwan, and then outside of Taipei, and then the rest of the Asian region. So let's take a quick look so I can use some examples to show you at face value. So I'm on the taiwanjobs.tw website now, and I've just gone on to the school and teaching jobs in Taipei section. So this is for a company called Aces English, looking for English teachers. So I'm not going to go through the whole advert, but just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about and what you would need if you was going to come across to Taipei, to Taiwan, and look for a job. So here, Aces English are given a starting pay of 1,000 NT dollars. That's new Taiwan or Taiwanese dollars an hour. So 1,000 an hour, which is, let me just check, £26 for those over in UK, and around 32 US dollars. That's per hour. Pay ceiling up to 1,350 NT dollars. And then whilst you're training, it says you pay 650 NT an hour, okay? So if you're looking at getting paid £25 an hour, £25 British pounds for 1 hour, that's not bad going, especially when the cost of living is a lot easier compared to the UK. When you're looking in Taipei, you can pay electric bills for £25 for 2 months. You can pay water bill, which is about £5 a month, okay? So this is the type of cost of living. And yes, it depends what your lifestyle is like. If you want to go to foreigner restaurants and bars or whatever, it's going to cost a lot. But £25 an hour for living in Taiwan, working in Taiwan is not bad going at all. Now look, not all jobs are the salary. The average salary right now, it hasn't gone up very much for teaching jobs in Taiwan over the past 10 years, okay? So we're looking at anything from 600 NT an hour to 800, 850 NT an hour. So I'm just going to quickly check now. So 650 NT an hour would be £17 an hour, 21 US dollar an hour, okay? So that would be the lower end of the average scale. And that's what you get paid at Aces English through your paid training period. Look, they say the ceiling pay 1,350 an hour. So let's just type this into the old converter, 1,350 an hour, which will give £36 an hour for teaching and 43 US dollar an hour for teaching. Not bad. So going back to the advert itself, it then says up to 28 hours per week, okay? So look, 28 hours per week. We can do the math now. Now these will be teaching hours, okay? You may have to do extra admin hours either on your own or actually at the school or at their location, okay? So this is teaching hours. So let's just do 28. No, we don't have to, okay? I'm just going to say 1,000, 28,000. So 28,000 a week, potentially. Okay, let me put that into the converter again. So 28,000 NT a week. We're looking at £28,750 a week, or 907 US dollar. Okay, so we times that by 4. What's that? at the top of my head quickly, £2,800 a month, something like this. Okay, now this is very, very high salary, and it may depend on how many students are in your class. Okay, if you're just teaching a class of 6 students and the school aren't making that much money, I don't think you're going to get that. But that's what the advert says, so I'm just taking this as an example. It also says profit sharing after 3 years, which is great potential if you're trying to build a career there. Work permit and health insurance is offered. Labour insurance and pension for those eligible as well. Okay. Now, the reason for the higher salary end is because it's a teacher-owned foreign management. Now, when you get local Taiwanese management, they want to try and make more money and they pay the foreign teachers less. Here, it's obviously former teachers, teacher-owned, so they're actually still working there, and they want suitable and reliable teachers to work with them, and it looks like they're willing to offer a little bit of a profit share and business share if you do good, okay? So that's an example of the opportunities that are out there. Look, just a quick intro. We are a high discipline, serious learning institution for children 17 to 14 years old. We emphasize self-discipline, correct pronunciation, and proper grammar. Well, I wouldn't be good there as a teacher or a student, never mind. It says interested candidates must very strongly comply with all of the following qualifications. Possess a university degree. Now, most jobs in Asia, teaching jobs, you need a university degree. It is mostly in any discipline. So it can be a geography degree and you can still teach English. It can be a mathematics degree or degree in management and you can still teach English. If you've got an English degree in any type of English subject, that's a bonus. If you've got a master's degree, especially a MA in English, you may be able to command more salary, or you may be at an international school, which I'll go on to very soon. Look, there are some schools where you don't need a degree, but if you're looking to get a work permit, you do need a degree, okay? And that's the same for most Asian countries, if not all now. Likelihood is if you're getting a role without a degree, it's look, not all the roles are 100% legal. You know, there are a lot of loopholes what schools and organizations get through. But if you're trying to be as legal as possible, you will need to get a work permit with a degree. Okay, it says be able to commit to at least 3 years. That's a big commitment, okay? Normally sign a year contract, so you have to look out for that. And not everyone even stays for a year. Some teachers go in and leave after a few days. Some schools, unfortunately, fire you or let you go after a few days, okay? So it's kind of give or take. I'm just being realistic here. Enjoy being a positive influence on children, have strong moral character, be willing to go through an intensive 3-month training program. So they are very serious, hence why the salary is at the higher end, and demonstrate a high achiever's work ethic. It does also say you must be a native English speaker with the ability to teach an American accent. So they just want an American accent, or at least a kind of an American accent. And you must be able to speak at least intermediate Mandarin and desire to improve. So this is, I'm guessing, to try and half communicate in classes. Look, there are some schools which don't even allow you to speak Chinese or Mandarin in the classes with the kids because it's got to be 100% English, man. So look, it does help if you can interact. You know, if you're trying to teach a kid something which they have no idea about, okay, how can you teach a foreign language when they don't even know what it is? Well, this is the art of teaching, okay? This is what you need to learn to do if you're not already a teacher. But it does help if you want to try and explain something in a little bit of Mandarin and then converse it and bring it back around to English as well. So it says American and Canadian born Chinese are very welcome because sometimes they just want a pure foreigner and, sorry to say, white face. But in these terms, yep, they're looking for an ABC, American born Chinese or Canadian born Chinese. So that's just one example. Okay, let's go through to another job. So what I'll do now is choose another cram school job in Taiwan, English House Taiwan. Let's see what they say. So it's saying, do you have more than 2 years teaching experience? Do you have a minimum 4-year undergraduate degree? Look, that's American. Look, English only do 3 years degree. So a full degree would be acceptable. We're a well-established Canadian-owned school with a strong and healthy reputation in the local community. They offer a competitive hourly range between 700 and 850 NT an hour. They give you an ARC, which is an alien residence certificate and national health insurance if required. Some people already live in here and have that in Taiwan, okay? They give you great support to develop and improve as an educator. Our school has small classes for no more than 10 students per class, which is very good for the teacher and helps with the ratio, the teacher to student ratio, a lot more pleasant. I'm very, very all for that. And the students range from grade 1 through to adult. The classes are offered Monday through till Friday, approximately 1 p.m. until 9 p.m. Okay, yeah. So there, it's just saying you need 2 years experience and a degree. Okay, so there you go. That basically is the kind of needed level of getting a teaching job in Taiwan, and a majority in Asia as well. It also isn't mentioning the qualifications which are specific to English teaching. So when you hear TEFL or TESOL, TEFL being teaching English as a foreign language, or TESOL as teaching English as a second language. Now these are separate qualifications. What a lot of teachers, I'm using the word teachers even if they're not a certified teacher from their own country here, even if they haven't got a teaching license from their own country, you can take extra courses. So a TEFL or TESOL course, whether it be face-to-face or online, to get a teaching English as a foreign language certificate or qualification, which then enables you to put that next to your degree and apply for certain jobs across the world basically, but we're focusing on Asia here, so across the Asian region. If you are interested in any TEFL courses, one which I've used before and I got a couple of certificates from is Premier TFL. It's Premier TEFL, so Premier TEFL. I put the link to the website in details section underneath the title. Okay, it is an affiliate link, surprise, surprise, but look, I'm in contact with them because I also place teachers in Taiwan. So it is an affiliate link, but it will take you to their website with all the different courses on offer, and you'll be able to read the different information for a different selection of courses. If you can get a course with 80 to 100 learning hours, that's the important thing. It's no good just getting a 20, 25 one, basic one, because someone who has got a higher teaching hour course will likely get the job ahead of you if they've got the same experience and other qualifications as yourself. So yeah, check out the website. So that's what I'm talking about. There will be a separate video going into deeper detail. So that's including, this is including roles where a different combination you could have, as we've seen with the previous job adverts, just a degree in any discipline, any subject with some experience. You can have a teaching license with a degree. Then you've got the other option where you got a degree and some TEFL qualification as well together, okay? Now, like I said, I won't go back onto what I was saying, but if you don't have a degree, but you do have a TEFL qualification, it is possible, but that's up to you if you want to go down that avenue or not. So it is taking a look at an example of a job in Taiwan again, if you have TEFL or TESOL qualifications. Here's a public school job for various subject teachers. Now, with public schools, normally they're asking for a teaching license, but this is an example of what you can do if you get a TESOL, a TEFL, or a SAUTA qualification. So a SAUTA is basically another TEFL qualification. This is a public school role saying hiring qualified teachers who are already in Taiwan. So that shows, you know, the reason why it's always a good idea to get your feet on the ground first in the country of your preference, and then you can find a job. It is harder to find a job outside of the country where you want to go to over people who are already in the country. They're already in the country where they can go to interviews, they can meet people, go for a coffee, they can network, okay? So get yourself in the country of your preference, desired country. So it says, hiring qualified teachers who are in Taiwan. We also accept applicants who don't have a government-issued teaching license or certificate, but have a TESOL, a TEFL, or a CELTA. So that's where your degree and one of them courses, what I just mentioned, will come in handy. So this then goes into, we hope you have experience in teaching elementary level arts, social study, or science. So this is specific, subject specific as well. Sometimes it's just English teacher, English language. Salary rates, here you can see the breakdown now of bachelor degree, master's, and doctoral or PhD. So with a normal bachelor's degree and the TESOL or TEFL certificate, you can get 65,000 NT a month to 85,000. So that's around, look, English pound, you're looking at around £1,500 a month to £2,100 a month. For a master's degree, you're looking at 72,000 to 94,000. So again, that's getting closer to, 2,000 to again 2,600 a month, closer to 3,000 a month. And a PhD all the way up to 100,000, where that is looking at just off the top of my head, 340, yeah, around 2,500, 2,700, 2,800 a month. Okay, airfare reimbursed and housing allowance. So a single person 5,000 NT a month, which is about £120. It's not a big amount, but it's better than nothing. Or 10,000 if you're with a spouse. So if there's two of you, you get around £220 a month housing allowance. Better than nothing. Requirements: bachelor degree plus or above NFQ level 7. So that's a diploma in teaching. English native speaker, government issued teaching license, TESOL, TEFL, or CELTA. We only accept the TESOL, TEFL, and CELTA if they're authorized by universities. So some of these qualifications can be authorized or in partnership with the university. Passport and ARC. So that's because if you're in Taiwan already, you can already get an ARC. And then it just goes through all the working conditions, working Monday, Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Teaching periods, 5 classes a week. So that's on average, of course, 4 classes per day, which is, acceptable. And that would be considered as a decent gig. Okay, so that just shows another potential, another possibility. And you can also do this in private schools or cram schools. For those of you who don't know what cram schools are, cram schools being, after school stuff, where parents want their kids to do extra homework classes or extra classes after their school. So cram schools normally run from 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. until 9 or 9:30 p.m. at night for extra learning. Okay, so you can also have similar qualifications here, but less expectation and requirements than here for private schools, private organizations as well. So that's a good idea of what you can do through there. And what I'll do now is just go through an example of a different country other than Taiwan in Asia, just so you can see the differences or the similarities of different roles with similar qualifications as well. Okay, so back onto the jobs board, let's have a look at Asia jobs. Asia jobs, I'm going to pick out, let's go for Thailand English teacher. Let's see if they've got enough information. Okay, so Chonburi in Thailand, excuse my pronunciation. I'm not familiar with Thailand regions at all. So it's saying, English teacher, subject English, level primary, salary 33 to 35,000 per month. Depends on experience and ability. So that's Baht. So 35,000, just an estimate. Actually, let me get on the old trusty Google converter again. So let's be pessimistic and go for 33,000 baht. So 33,000 baht is $924 US. Okay, obviously certain regions in Thailand, such as this one, are going to be lower cost of living. Okay, so it is a very, very decent salary in respect or versus to cost of living. Starting immediately there you go. If you're in country, you can start immediately. You could be working. You can go from having no job, having money taken from you in your home country, to living in a country such as Thailand, where you could have a job immediately with enough money to get a bit of savings, although it's difficult in Thailand because of food and the other delights are also very persuasive. But you can be putting a little bit of money aside and earning a decent enough to have a nice living. Working hours, 18 to 20 a week. Here you need a bachelor degree, 120-hour certificate, TESOL. So that's TEFL or TESOL. So that's what I said, 80 to 100 hours, but 120 hours, okay. That could be the benchmark also, it looks like. And it's a 12-month contract. Here it says, if you're interested, please send your resume and certificates. And it's given the WhatsApp number and the line ID number here. Just be careful. Make sure you do your due diligence of individuals, organizations before you start sending over documents, passports and everything to some random WhatsApp or line ID, okay? So you can first ask them, what school it is, what organization it is, blah, 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 blah. See if they've got any evidence of who they are. Where it doesn't mention the school, the likelihood is you can track it back and contact the school yourself anyway. Just be careful. Better to be safe than sorry. So that's just an example. While we're on the Asia jobs section of the jobs board, let's just look into a different country. Okay, South Korea, Busan, South Korea. Starting date ASAP or early March 2023. Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 6:30 p.m. And this is for an English teacher, kindergarten, elementary. Salary 2.4 million won. So 2.4 million won. It doesn't say what qualifications needed, but it's similar to what we just looked at in Thailand. I'm just seeing what 2.4 million won is here. Sounds a lot, right? 2.4 million. But then again, if you've seen Squid Game, it's probably not a lot. This is monthly. 2.4 million won is 1,800 USD a month. Housing provided, one room furnished or housing allowance. Vacation days, 1 week in summer, 1 week in winter. Airfare, severance pay, health insurance, national pension. This is the type of stuff you're getting in different countries abroad, and it's doable. You can basically transfer your life from negative to positive just by putting yourself out there. Let's get one more example where it actually shows some qualifications. Let's have a look at, I'm just curious, Singapore International School. Oh yeah, Singapore International School. So they're looking for a PGC certificate or a bachelor's degree in education. But generally, as I said, if you go to most Asian countries, they're looking for a degree, a TEFL certificate. If you got teaching license, even better. And, depending if it's public, private, the organization, etc. Some will offer accommodation depending on country. So South Korea, China, some of them offer allowance. Other places may not. Airfare repaid, and some of them give you contract renewal bonuses, etc. as well. So get yourself a decent CV. I write people's CV, by the way, just a little plug there. I'm not even remorseful for that whatsoever. If you need a CV, a full CV rewrite, or just some assistance, some good strategies, how to qualify, how to succeed in an English teaching demonstration. Doesn't have to be English, it can be PE or sport teaching, or basically a teaching demo. If you want to know how to apply for jobs correctly and get your CV written to a very, very eye-catching and quality level, give me a shout on matt@mattwardconsulting.com. That's matt@mattwardconsulting.com, and I will sort you out. And also, while we're on like the little plugin section here, the Taiwan Jobs.tw. They and I do offer a relocation service, okay? So you can head across there. I'll put everything in the link for you. And there are different services, different packages we can build up to help bring you over here, get you sorted, make sure you're safe and comfortable, and even offer some pre-specific packaged workshops to help you with your next job or your employment. Okay, so I'm going to head across now back to jobs board, and I'm going to go into an example of an international school role. And let's choose, let's choose a different subject, physical education, PE teaching role. So here is Taipei European School, one of the most prestige, I would say, schools in Taipei, obviously a European international school. And this is for the head of PE, okay? So not just a normal PE teaching job, this is for the head of PE teaching role in the British primary section of the Taipei European School. It's to start in August 2023, okay? It's saying the application procedure and timeline. If you are excited by this opportunity, extremely, please complete our application form online, and where you'll be asked to upload your CV and covering letter. So you're going to have to give a CV and covering letter. Going back to my CV plug, you're going to need a decent CV. Just going through, it runs through all the responsibilities which you expect for a head of PE. I'm just going to quickly whiz through now to what it's looking for. Qualifications: a bachelor's or higher degree from a recognized university. A degree in PE/sports is desirable, okay? So even a sports coaching degree would also be suitable. Qualifications, it also mentions a valid government-issued teaching license to teach in the candidate's country school, okay? So you are going to need a teaching license from your own country. Minimum 5 years teaching experience in a formal school setting environment, that's preferable. And knowledge and understanding of PE teaching from reception to year 6. Experience of leading or assisting the leading at department level. So you are going to need some management experience. This is where, look, if you haven't, and I'm just like thinking outside the box here, and it's not a certain, if you haven't got a teacher's license, okay, but you have a good amount of teaching experience, PE teaching experience, and you have a sports coaching or PE degree with a load of management experience, even a extra management degree, you may still be suitable, okay? So that is just an example of what an international school is looking for, not could be looking for, is looking for. I mean, this job is still going. If you're listening and you're a PE teacher, this job closes on the 30th of November, ready for August 2023 start. Okay, so there you go. There's some examples for you from basically cram schools, private schools teaching English, and an international school teaching a different subject. Okay, if any of you have any questions about that at all, I do get a load of messages, a load of emails, but feel free to sling across an email at matt@mattwardconsulting.com with any questions. It could be anything about recruitment, about moving abroad, about qualifications, about experience needed, and also about any of the services that I offer, which you can find on mattwardconsulting.com, mattwardconsulting.com. And remember, the jobs board is taiwanjobs.tw. Have a good one. Take care.